All right, I think we're back. I think we're back. Hopefully we're back. I wonder if YouTube, like, that's like the second time that has ever happened in my life, bro. The only other time that was happening, I was watching the NBA Finals.
Oh, crazy.
That has never happened to me before. YouTube out here just... Wow. All right. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. All right, we're back. We're back. We're back on YouTube. Holy smokes! Sorry about that, guys. Let me go back and drop the link back on Patreon so folks know we're still live here. We're gonna go to boom. Let me get you pinned up. Hey, tell me how to say your name again, bro. I get confused with the V. Kamar.
Yeah,
Kamar. Okay, cool. Let me just drop the link back on YouTube, so I mean on Patreon, so folks know we're back. Sorry about that. Come back in. Appreciate you guys. The devil is with us to succeed. I don't know if it's the devil as much as it's YouTube copyright shenanigans. Yeah, that was wild. All right, boom. Drop the link here. We are back on YouTube live. Boom, boom, boom. Notify the gang. All right, cool. Yeah. Give this like. Give this stream a like. All right, we're gonna jump back in.
Tell me, can you tell? We want out of here. We be drowning in the drugs and the Jezebels. Me, my brother's all out of jail. Many by my soul, yeah, sold them not for sale. This life gives me chills, not for real.
Yeah.
Man, we doing anything just to get a deal. But this life gives me chills, not for real. Keep me from myself, for my health, I need some help, yeah. Perky out of me, only need a bag on me. Even the tank on in, I'm like Saturday. Mondays and Saturdays, hang on, make it all the way. That shawty says she wantin' me, I'm about to go all the way. Been I'm running in place for real, and I really can't tread a meal. 30 in my head for real, but she only got sex appeal, okay. See, I'm a dead the deal, but you saying that I'm tripping here. That the addict really laid here, too high, I'm landed here. Oh, what I do that? So rich, but I tell you what I do that. I'm pissed at the piece, should've knew that. But it's cool, I'ma roll up with the cooler. I'ma treat you like freezing like cooler. You see what I'm saying, like Goku. Double away from me, y'all gon' know you. Gotta go to the song and know you tell. We want out of here. We be drowning in the drugs and the Jezebels. Me, my brother's all out of jail. Many by my soul, yeah, sold them not for sale. This life gives me chills, not for real. Man, we doing anything just to get a deal. This life gives me chills, not for real. Keep me from myself, for my health, I need some help. Got the bag, never chase it, we never lie. Gotta pace it, into the dash. Need some patience, they gon' react. Keep it close to the gun and relax. Keep your vision on the everlasting. Let them scope you like Taylor, you cashes. Please don't look at these stars, you ain't nicer. They wanna buy your soul for real. Can't get it by 616, yeah. Cause I got a blessing on me and it's chilly. Look at me money, I know that you feel me. Oh, flexing on me, don't be silly. I do this on my city. I just wanna people come with me. But if you get ready, yeah, you can't take it. You can't take it all. Not my peace of mind. We gon' set this up, better get it right. We ain't gotta lie. We won't stop this time for real.
Yo, well done, man. I like it, bro. I like it. I think it slaps. It's a bop. Yeah, I mean, my feedback would be the same in terms of the vocal chain. There's a lot of like Travis Scott comparisons. So my main feedback would just be, how can you make this unique? You know, because it sounds very Travis Scottish, and I think all you got to do is just finesse that vocal chain and make it a bit more you. And other than that, I think it's fire, bro.
Thank you, my G.
Yeah, man. Have you experimented with the vocal chain, or is this an older record?
Yeah, this is an older record. This came out, I think this came out in April. So,
Got you. Okay.
So yeah, like I actually recorded that. I was like a whole different setup. Now I got like an Apollo Twin.
Hey.
So yeah, we getting a different bag, whole different bag. So.
Very cool, man. Okay, well, I'm excited to hear new stuff as well, man.
For sure, yeah. I'm just right now I'm trying to experiment with a whole different stuff, but yeah, I definitely wanted to get a critique on a couple of these records I put out before, because I just wanted to see different things that I could change and stuff like that. Because working on some new stuff, so I just wanted to go in there with a different mindset, things like that. So I wanted to see, certain things I could tweak or whatever. But I've been hearing that a lot, like the Travis Scott thing.
Yep.
I'm trying to. It's kind of weird because it's like how I deliver it is just kind of like that's how my voice comes out. So I'm just like, okay, but he's he is somebody I listen to. I hold him like in my top 5 and stuff. So it's probably because I listen to him so much.
Yeah. I think. Well, and Travis Scott built on someone else's foundation the same way. So there's nothing wrong with being inspired by somebody.
Right. Like he's like because I like him. I like Kanye. So it's kind of like he's a combination of Kanye and Cudi. So it's kind of like
yes. Yes, so I think you then have to build on top of that and make that your own. It's not about your voice, it's about the vocal chain. So build out the vocal chain and make that as unique as possible, and I think you'll be fine. So, so that would be my advice. But other than that, bro, I think it's really good. I'm excited to hear new stuff from you.
Appreciate you, my G.
Appreciate you, brother. All right, guys, we got Kilo. Kilo, you got to turn your video on, Chief, whenever you're ready, okay? I'm going to come back to you. I think Kilo's ready. Let's go back to Kilo. Kilo, camera on, my man. Here we go. Let's jump into your record. This is an idea I had for a song. Let me know what you think. If anybody want to hop on the records, open verse. Cool. Maybe some organic collaboration can happen. Let's get it.
Hey, yo, Blast, turn the beat up. Killer. Yeah. Yo, in the desert, you part of the seas. I see depression at my door, but I'm snatching the keys. You the one who showed mercy to Adam and Eve. You're the one who saved us all from a sinful disease. I hope that you hear me, and I know it's not clear to see how you move in the midst of me. Infinite mysteries, intimacy, and it all. I'm killing my pride if I don't, bro. I'm destined to fall. Man of God with the son of man, born with a call. Pass of the pain, with a spirit is speaking, seeking your peace in the rain, commanding the wind, speak to the storm. I was trapped in the matrix, but my mind been renewed. God delivered my trapped soul, no interlude. Walking on the water, wanna be just where you are. You're the darkness of the night, isn't nothing without the stars. Adopted by your spirit, will never be an orphan again. Worship you in spirit and truth with the cleanest of hands. I give you thanks in the dark times. Walk on water, I see the dark skies. Got my hands lifted, let us all rise. Me and pride separated, see the apartheid. I give you thanks in the dark times. Walk on water, I see the dark skies. Got my hands lifted, let us all rise. Me and pride separated, see the apartheid.
Yeah, man. Bro, great job on the production, picking the right beat, your tone on this, the content. I think it's fire, bro. I mess with it. I don't know if you need a feature on this. I mean, again, if there's somebody in the chat that wants to hop in, keep an eye on the YouTube chat. But yeah, I think it's fire.
Yeah, I didn't really. I don't know, because I was struggling to write a second verse, so that's why I've been sitting on it. But I don't know. I'm still been just sitting on it until God gives you another verse. But like I said, if somebody else wants to hop on it, it's cool.
It don't need it, but it also could only just be a 1-verse song. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying?
Like a what's the word? An interlude track, something like that.
No, like there's a lot of records that come out that are 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes long right now because of what TikTok has done to music. So you don't need to do every song, because like when I was coming up, every song had 3 verses. Then about 8 years ago, every song had 2 verses. Now there's a lot of songs that come out that have 1 verse. So I don't think there's anything wrong. Like if you don't got a second verse, you don't want to put anybody on it. Just drop it as a 1-verse song. You know.
Dope.
So
dope, man.
Good job, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate it.
It's Kilo, ladies and gentlemen. We got the homie Maddie on the mix. Let's get you pinned up. If you're watching this live, give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. Yeah. Like let's do that right now. There's 62 of y'all watching, and like we got 27 likes. Let's get the likes up, please. Can we get the likes up so we can get YouTube to send those notifications out for your boy. All right, so boom, boom, boom. 2-track release in a few weeks. Thick boom bap. They're trying to keep it sample free, but still raw with their own melody sound. And that soundtrack is the second track. Okay, cool. So I'll listen to some of the first, and then I'll probably fast forward to 149. Why is this not playing? What is happening? There we go. I like this one. That's dope. Yo, Maddie, great job. Okay, so on these two back to back, I think this is some of the strongest drums I've heard from you, and some of the strongest textures I've heard from you. I think you also took a ton of risk with the chords you did, the type of chords you did, the type of instruments you did, and the way you placed a lot of them a bit too loud in the gain staging. So
okay,
my advice would be keep doing whatever you did on these drums and whatever you did on the master or the tape or whatever you did to make this sound so.
I got a chain on my drums now, actually, that I've been reusing.
Yes.
I found it. I got my cymatics and my OTT and my EQ.
Yeah.
So I've been using them on
Keep using that. The drums are the best drums I've heard from you. They sound great. The other stuff I would either tuck if you're gonna use chords with dissonance. If you're gonna use play solos, I would just tuck that stuff. Try high pass filters on them, like just experiment with some of that stuff. And a lot of times, man, less is more. You know what I mean? Like this was like that second groove when that started was like, I mean, you could have milked just that and just did some very light stuff sparingly. The one that started, like just the way it started was like, I'm pulling it back to 149. Like, that's a vibe, bro.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you could have just let this rock and it just hit me with one chord. And just one chord. You know what I mean? And then just let it rock out. So that I would say less is more, because here's why. Because you nailed you've nailed the textures and the colors. That's the main thing is vibe, texture, color, feel over musicality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hip hop isn't always, you know, I mean, you understand, like it's not about the chord structure. Now, when you can do great chords with great great texture, then you can make something magical. Then Pimp a Butterfly happens. You know what I'm saying? When you got amazing chords, and that's even some of the drums on this kind of remind me of some of the stuff on Pimp a Butterfly. And so yeah, man. So I would say whatever you did on those drums, keep going. The colors are beautiful, textures are beautiful. I would just play a little less and tuck those sounds more.
I hear you. I'm believe it or not, I'm gonna try to start singing on some of these. I'm gonna have to do that anyway.
You funny be you about to be a
mumbling.
You gonna be a bad man if you start singing and nailing takes on this, bro.
Yeah, I gotta learn something new though. The little auto tune maybe. I don't know anything about that. Melodyne.
Yeah, Melodyne.
Right.
Make Melodyne your best friend, and you're gonna be solid.
Cool.
Yeah, man. Great job, bro. I'm very, very happy with just how fast you've progressed, bro. Like it makes me want to make beats. Like it literally just makes me want to sit around all day and make beats. Like that's how fire this is.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's the type of inspiration I like. Cause I love when I hear somebody that make me like, I want to make some beats now.
Right. Yeah, man. Great job, brother. Gotti, that's Maddie on the mix. Maddie on the mix, man. So cool. When I first came across this stuff, he was just DJing his own. He had his own live stream with just DJ, and now he's gonna be in a position where he'll be able to DJ a lot of his own tracks pretty soon here. So. That's really inspiring. So, all right, guys, we're gonna keep this thing moving. We got JC back with another jam. It's called Hopeful.
I'm hopeful for my future. We're hopeful for our future. I'm in my timeline, I'm just in my race, I'm riding. Look in my eyes, you'll find a million ridings. Good riddance to my enemy. I'm walking in victory. Victory in Jesus, my Savior. I believe this. No longer a hater. We defeated Satan and all of the demons. So I'm hopeful for my future. Still I know that God is with us. I do not need a pop, no pills. I know that He will lead us. He will lead us. I'm still singing. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for my future. I'm still growing. I know He'll make me perfect. Make me perfect. I was searching my whole life, and now I found it. My ladder is better than my former. Beauty for ashes and joy for mourning.
JC, man, first of all, I think this is better than the last thing you've submitted. You seem to have been a bit more thoughtful on it, and you seem to just put a bit more effort into it. There are these like dope, modern, emo rap tones that I really like in your tone. It kind of reminds me of some of Hovey stuff. I'm hopeful for, like, it's like almost got like a punk rock element to it, which I think is super dope. Somebody in the chat said work the pen more, which I would say yes, keep working the pen more. There's parts here that are like good that I think you could have just milked in terms of the cadence being interesting. And I think it was the opening line. Let me find it.
I'm hopeful for my future. We're hopeful for our future. I'm in my timeline, I'm just in my race, I'm riding. Look in my eyes, you'll find a million ridings.
So that first cadence, I'm in my timeline, that's a fire cadence. You should have repeated that. Like, you literally could have just repeated that one line. I'm in my timeline, I'm riding. Let it rest. Hold on. Let me flesh out the idea. Give me 1 second.
I'm in my timeline, I'm just in my race, I'm riding.
And then repeat it. I'm in my timeline, I'm riding.
Yeah, that would be dope.
I'm like, day riding. You know what I mean? Like you literally just could do that. Like, so I think you almost need like, you almost like flesh these out and then come back and say, what's the most interesting part? Because it almost sounds like you get this really good bar out and then you just kind of say something to rhyme with it. Right? So like get the bar out and say, oh, that's a dope bar, and then work that out. And here's the thing I want you to think about. And this is tough when you're just getting into writing. If literature was just about stating facts, no one would read or write books. Right? If movies was just about telling you the end, no one would want to watch movies. In music, it's the same thing. You want to create some type of story. So you saying I'm hopeful for my future is just a fact. Like you're just stating something. I'm hopeful for my future, but you're not telling me why you're hopeful for my future. You're not telling me why you weren't hopeful for your future. What was it like before you were hopeful for your future? Why did you feel unhopeful for your future, right? So I think a song about I'm hopeful for my, like, it sounds okay, but I think that opening line, what did you say? I'm in my what? I'm writing?
I'm in my timeline. I'm just in my race. I'm riding.
Now, see, that's a visual. I'm in my timeline. Now I'm just, so I'm visualizing you in a car. So you could then exhaust that idea of you riding in a car. You're riding in a car. Where are you going? Where are you riding to? Oh, you're riding to, right? You see what I'm saying? So now you're telling me a story and you're painting an image, and you're not just telling me I'm hopeful for my future. Oftentimes, Christian music can just tell you a fact without doing anything to get you to a truth. I want you to think about, how are you going to get me to a truth that you're hopeful for your future? Maybe you tell me what your past was and how terrible your past was. Maybe you could tell me about the discontentment you have with your present and what's happening right now that makes you not hopeful. However, this moment happened. I was on my phone, and the moment finally hit, and now I'm hopeful. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to take me to a journey. And so that's how I would that is how I would encourage you to approach it, is tell some stories. Like, tell me some stories. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think there's that. I'm doing the same thing. Like, I'm in the process of writing a book. I have these ideas, but if I just give you an outline of ideas, then that's the whole book. I literally said, but I gotta now figure out stories to pull from my childhood to illustrate the truths I want to drive home. So I gotta be vulnerable, I gotta be transparent, I gotta share stuff that's interesting, it has to flow, right? And so it's the same thing with music, bro. So I think you have the natural, like, ear and texture and like trajectory. I would say spend some time considering the journey and pay attention to what you're into. Like, what are you really into, right? Why do you watch a show, right? You watch a show for the journey of the show. Why do you watch YouTube videos? Because there's a journey that someone's taking you through. So that's how I would look at it. And it's tough because as creative people who are Christians, Shobaraka just said this to me. He said, I don't care to be a theologian no more. Because when you're a theologian, you're just trying to come up with like absolute truths and absolute ideas. And as a creative, sometimes it's not about absolute truth. It's about journeys and ideas evolving and tension and conflict and resolution, right? So I think don't try to unplug some of the, I'm just going to tell you the truth, and think of, how am I going to take you on this journey? You're doing that with your vocal. There's that already happening with your vocals. Now do that with the words you're in, the imagery you're painting.
Yeah, I definitely gotta get it more structured, because it does feel kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like you said, like it's kind of just like one-liners constantly, you know, like, but it's good if it's a story, and that way it's more structured too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to thank God for the faith that He gave me, and also for you, man, because before, like, I would try to sing like that on my mic, and and it wouldn't sound right. It would be way too high and stuff like that. But the tutorials, those recent tutorials really helped me out, man.
Dope, man. Yeah, you're doing good, bro. Like straight up, like you're improving a lot, and you have enough natural ability with your singing that like if you just keep allocating a little bit of time. You don't got to like spend 10 hours a day doing it, just a little bit of time every day, and just try to be deliberate and improve every day, 1% every day. And you know, where's that position you in 100 days? You know what I'm saying? You're going to be in a totally different spot as an artist. So that's what I would say, man. I think you're doing a good job, bro. Like I really do think from last week to this week, like huge improvement, Yeah. So keep going down this road. And also, you know, something that's also really hard, JC, is like we as creative people want to like move on to the next idea. Like, all right, I'm gonna load up a new beat, do a whole new song. I would say, hey man, try to flesh this one out. Try to flesh that one line out. Try to flesh that cadence out. Try to flesh the idea out. And take another stab at it, because that's another thing. Like when you, again, to go back to me writing a book, like you write an outline and you write the chapters, then an editor comes in, and sometimes the editor can come in and rewrite stuff for you, or be like, yo, your final chapter is your first chapter. You know what I mean? And I know a guy that's a New York Times best-selling author. He just told me this. He said like his second book or whatever. One said, an editor came in and was like, yo, your last chapter is your first chapter, and took that first chapter, the last chapter, and made it his first chapter, and it changed everything about the book and made the book 100 times better. You have to also do that in your writing, in your song structure. That bar that you thought was like a throwaway bar, that could be the whole song. You know, that thing at the end could be the beginning, right? So it's more of a fluid process than just like vibing out and putting something out. It takes time, it takes edits. You know what I mean? Again, I always go back to a Kendrick Lamar, writes 7 verses for a song, keeps 2. You know? Most people don't have that degree of intensity. Most people don't have that degree of patience. Write 7 verses, keep 2. That's a lot of work, man. That's a lot of discipline to go in. And I'm gonna keep exhausting myself and do the very best I have with the song, because the music is that important. So anyway, man, great job, bro. I can't wait to hear how you evolve and how you keep growing, man. So fantastic, JC.
Yeah, that was perfect advice, man. Thank you. I think I'm gonna go in and do that.
Let's go.
Like, to that line, like 10 line.
Yeah, man.
Like where I'm going. Yeah, exactly.
It's a good line, bro. Guys, that's JC. Let's keep this thing moving. We got boom. We got Jay Parker in the house. So many overlaps with art and media and movies and music. Like there's so many different overlaps, man. So even just watching The Chosen, I don't know if you guys are watching The Chosen, but like you watch The Chosen and you watch how they depict Jesus preaching and how they depict Jesus interacting with people. And we read these words and we just like, these are these ideas, and we're not realizing that when Jesus was talking, he was telling stories. There was like beginnings and middles and climaxes and points and secondary points and like literary devices used, right? And we just kind of read them as like, yeah, the Beatitudes, like, blessed are the humble, right? It's like, wait, no. This is like this incredible image he's painting that's beyond just a verse. Those verses didn't get added onto the Bible until like the year 1500, you know, and we miss how much art and how much beauty there is in the literary devices of scripture. And so we're just like, oh yeah, you know, false prophets. They're like, you know, this truth, this thing, right? Yo, there's like way more here. So I'd encourage you guys, like, The Chosen is dope, man. Like The Chosen is really good because it'll give you a more realistic 3D image of the life and ministry of Jesus. The scriptures will come alive in a different way. And they obviously do take some creative liberty. So as a creative, I highly recommend. I just finished the first episode of season 2. I just finished the first episode. And I'm intentionally not binging it because I want my wife to watch it with me. The finale Sunday. Yo, Brian, crazy. I don't know if I said this. I'm supposed to be flying out for season 3. Nuts. The executive producer reached out to me. One of the executive producers reached out to me. So I'm supposed to be flying out when they start shooting scene 3. And we got the director coming on the channel, which is going to be nuts. Yeah, man. So anyway, let's jump into my man Jay Parker. 34 seconds is the blessed place to start. Best place to start. All right, here we go.
Yo. Ain't a
Power higher than the most high. And I just wanna say I'm thankful. When the debt of my soul seems so high, he paid it in full, so faithful. Now I'm faithful.
That
From the
kick is
depth of my
crazy.
soul, I am grateful that he flipped the table, gave his orphan a plateful. Now I get to love others the same way I was loved. That's unashamed, dude. Yeah. Shout out to poets, it's about time you notice. Character over the talent, we own it, we mean it when we say the real is the focus. Real is the focus. Artist expression of what we have chosen. My art's a reflection. I was once broken and now I've been letting. Put a shift in your angle, gain perspective. Woo! Life can be difficult, but you know grace is a blessing. Grace is a blessing. Man, it's a miracle that we all get a taste of heaven. Get a taste of heaven. When a soul meets soul in the well of the spirit, that's a message. That's a message. You're giving water for your thirst and the hurt. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Woo.
refreshing.
This is hard.
Yo, look. I've been given freedom, ain't a fear now. I just gotta learn to live free. When I feel this sting of grief, what's real now? That is just love's receipt. All the tears shed and the pain felt. Just another reason to keep moving. And when my feet fail and I lose faith, yeah, it just proves Jay's human. I've been given freedom, ain't a fear now. I just gotta learn to live free. When I feel this sting of grief, what's real now? That is just love's receipt. All the tears shed and the pain felt. It's just another reason to keep moving. And when my feet fail and I lose faith, it just proves that I'm human.
Yeah. Woo! That breakdown is crazy. Come on. Wow.
Put your hands in the air.
Come on.
Sing it with me. High power. It's high power. It's high power.
Yeah, man.
Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. High power.
Yo, very, very, very well done. I messed with it big time. I think you did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if this is done or not. My only advice on this specifically is to have some of the vocals automated when the beat breaks down. What's happening is your vocals, whoever mixed this, has the vocal aux at the same level throughout the entire song. Okay. The issue is your beat isn't at the same level the entire song. Your beat is building, then it's breaking down, then it's building, then it's breaking down. So what happens is when your vocal is at the same level, but your beat is doing this, then you add mastering to it, the whole thing goes up, and then your vocals is mad loud when the beat is out.
That makes sense.
So anyone that's trying to make music, period, make any type of music, but when you're trying to make music with dynamics like this, you gotta do vocal automation. So what vocal automation is literally adding, like automating the fader, and when the beat breaks down, you literally just pull the verse down 2-3 decibels. Then when the beat comes back up, then you pull it up. Then when it's really noisy, when the beat really builds, maybe you push it up a decibel. If you do that, I promise you, and then you run whatever mastering effect on it, if you have a master compressor or a full-on like Lander master, it's going to completely make the sound way bigger and cleaner and better. Vocal automation is crucial, and seldom people like really understand like what that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. That's actually really good. I'm gonna write that down and get with my engineer and try to get that.
Yeah, are you
going.
mixing
That
this
sounds
stuff?
awesome. No. I have an engineer who I work with out in Tampa out here, and we get together and do it together. So
Okay.
yeah, vocal automation.
Vocal
I've actually
automation.
never heard that before, but
Yeah.
that's super dope.
Yeah,
Definitely
it's
do
one
that.
of those tricks that it's very simple, but it's very, 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 very very helpful and effective.
Yeah, it sounds like it's
So.
gonna be great. I'm actually really excited. Thank you.
Yeah, other than that, I love this record, man. I think it's really good. I think you killed it.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother. I'm gonna let you go, Jay. Guys, this is a good night, man. We are, there's a lot of heat coming on this stream. I'm super grateful for all the incredible artists here. We got a few more submissions that are on the way, but before we do that, I have to give you guys. I gotta go take a pee break. That's what I gotta do. So I'm gonna hit you guys with a quick little. Yeah, I'm gonna hit you guys with a quick little break.
Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan.
Another very commonly asked question I get from rappers, producers, TikTokers, preachers, content creators is, how do I build an audience? How do I get discovered? And in the music world, a lot of people point to the Russ model. You guys know the Russ model? Russ put out a song a week for a year and a half, and then finally he blew up, and Kylie Jenner posted his stuff, and then he was opening for Eminem in Europe, and he got... Here's the thing we're missing. Russ blew up on SoundCloud because Russ was an early adapter. He was early to a platform. How do you get discovered? You have to be early to a platform. You have to utilize an older platform, but with its new features. So what am I talking about? TikTok is an early platform still. I know there's almost 1 billion active users on it, but it's still relatively early. So utilize TikTok. If you're on Instagram, things like IG Reels are going to be more pushed up the algorithm because it's a newer feature. If you're an early adapter and you're crushing it with IG Reels, boom, there you have it. On YouTube right now, one of the most emerging things, fastest growing things is live streaming on YouTube. That's how I'm building my audience. So you could go into the live streaming realm or YouTube Shorts. That's another early adapter opportunity. So how do you get discovered? How do you build an audience? You need to be an early adapter on a platform that's about to blow up or using a feature that's about to blow up. That is how you use older platforms. And as you're paying attention, stuff like Clubhouse, stuff like TikTok, be attentive to what's emerging, get on early, and if it fits your brand and if it fits your vibe and your creativity, create a lot of content, learn the content, get better at making the content. That is how you get discovered. If you found that last segment helpful, before we jump back into the stream, I want to tell you about a free resource I put together for you on how I learned to find my voice in the YouTube space and how to find your niche. So that is above in the cards or down below in the description. Sign up for it now, completely free training.
Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan. Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with some more music. Fan Love Friday, best music you've never heard. I'm just refilling my mate. Having a good time tonight, rocking out with all you guys. If you're watching this live, let me know. Let me know where you're watching this from. Give this video a thumbs up. That would be fantastic. All right, let's see who else. We got PZ616 is not here. Aaron Banca is not here. Sincerely PS is here. And let's get him pinned up here in just a second. You keep yourself muted, boss, so there's no background noise coming through. The link is not private. Track has been removed. You got to resend me the link or give me a different version of it or something like that. So I'm gonna come back to you. Gregory Rufus has his camera off, and so does Isaac Mather. If one of you guys want to turn your camera on, that would be super helpful. Irv, what up, my brother Irv? He just pulled up to the chat. If you guys don't know who Irv is, we had a super dope interview on his channel, which focuses on financial literacy, stuff like that. Y'all should check him out. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Again, South Africa, we in the house. That's what's up, man. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go to Gregory Rufus. I think he just turned his camera off. Turn his camera on. All right, give me 1 sec.
Okay, let's see. Okay.
Guys, keep yourself muted, please. Gregory, thank you so much for the submission, man. I think the idea of this is cool. I think there's some pitch issues with your voice and the pitch correction in terms of your vocal cracking at times. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not. I would button that up with some Melodyne before you add auto-tune to it. And then just the vibe of the mix in general. Some of the vocals are tucked. It's the vocal feels a little thin. I think it could be a bit further out and a bit cleaner. So other than that, I think it's a good idea. I think this needs some work, specifically on the pitch and the mix.
Yeah, it's not done. It's not even close to being done. I just wanted to kind of get a feel for have you listen to it.
Got you. Yeah, I would like seriously consider investing in Melodyne and retake some of those vocals for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for the submission, brother. All right, we got the homie Isaac Mather in the house. Here we go. Let me get you pinned up. Give me 1 sec, boss. No, the melody is good on that though, Gregory. Shooting movies.
I don't believe it when they tell me dance. Please stop blowing that smoke in my veins. Don't wanna hear what you don't even mean. I'm leaving you if you tryna hurt me. That's just how I've been feeling lately. Judge me if you want, but you never see. Being alone that matters painfully. Taking me. Why did I follow the lies? Why did you play with my pride? Why did it seem alright? Should've known better last time. Wanted attention cause I'm looking for a way out somehow. You never call me, you never call me. Weren't there always when I needed you,
Woo.
Yes, I don't need you, yes, I don't need you.
Come on.
You never call me, you never call me. then you need me. I don't want those people, man, they greedy.
Yeah.
Put your hands on me, this is my dream. Always felt this way since the older days. I've been at this place from a real young age. I just wanna know something. If I don't succeed, what then? But I call to the dark weekend. But find what they say. My life is a movie. I'm always a bad guy. You tell me what you think I should be. On control, yeah, well that's nice. You never call me. You never call me. Weren't there always?
Hold on, I gotta pull that back.
If I don't succeed, what then? But I call to the dark weekend. But find what they say. My life is a movie. I'm always a bad guy. You tell me what you think I should be. On control, yeah, well that's nice. You never call me. You never call me. Weren't there always? When I needed you. When I needed you. 'Cause I don't need you. 'Cause I don't need you anymore. You never call me. You never call me. Weren't there always? When I needed you. When I needed you. 'Cause I don't need you. 'Cause I don't need you anymore.
Yeah, man. Well done, bro. Well done. That joint is nuts. You killed that, bro.
Much, bro.
Yeah, man. That's amazing. You really out here shooting movies, man. You really out here shooting movies.
Bro, all props to my man Danny, bro. Bro, Danny's killing it, man.
Is that the same video guy you're connecting me with that's coming out here, or a different guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Danny. Yep, Danny. Yes, sir.
Danny's a savage, bro. Is he out here yet?
No, he's out in Cali, but he's not in Huntington Beach right now. No.
Okay. Got you.
He is out in Cali, but bro, he came to Lynchburg, and we shot for 14 hours in one day, bro. We shot so much stuff, bro. We had such a long day, bro. We shot this music video. Oh my gosh, it was so tiring, bro, but we got a lot done, so.
Bro, it's really dope to see your art evolve and get better and better. You get more vulnerable in the music. I think it's good, man. How are you doing TikTok? You kind of popping off with some TikTok stuff. How's that going?
So I've been posting a little bit more on TikTok for sure. I had one video get some traction recently. But like I said, I haven't been doing much. The last time I talked to you, I told you that I hadn't been doing much, with those tick beat videos.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been doing those,
But even just doing your own music, like even just taking your own music and performing it live.
I have that in my mind ever since you said that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I should do that, but I'm like, will it work? And then I'm also like, is that copying other people? Because I'm like, Nick D does that, and a lot of other people do that. I'm like, is that copying?
No, it's not. No, Nick D probably saw somebody else do that. No, it's not. It's not copying anybody. It's using TikTok the way we use SoundCloud 6 years ago. It's the same exact thing. Yeah, except TikTok rewards virality more if you can be a bit thoughtful. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, my man Truther just said, man, I really got to batch record the TikToks, and IG Reels got 3,000 views in 1 hour today. That's what I'm talking about, man. Wow. That's what I'm talking about. So I think what I would do is, Isaac, is I would get with someone that's creative visually, spend some time just watching and brainstorming, and then put together a day where you guys just pump out a bunch of TikTok stuff around songs that are already your top songs on Spotify. And be thoughtful about those.
For TikTok?
Natively for TikTok. You guys want to go super fancy and make them look like freaking movies for TikTok? Try it. You guys want to go super lo-fi and shoot them on your phone? Try it. Like, there's so many different ways you can do. And I think you then are channeling that energy. And here's the thing, the virality, you already know, you've tasted it, is way bigger on something going viral on TikTok. To then get somebody to click into this right? To click into your actual like music videos, but you want an audience for these music videos. These videos are too good for just, you know, a couple thousand people or 10,000 people to see them. But if you keep building your audience and you got a couple 100,000 folks rocking with you on TikTok, these videos are going to go to 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70,000 views. And then they'll follow you on Instagram, and then they'll buy some merch, and they'll listen to you on Spotify. So, yeah, I don't recommend chopping them up into 15, 30 seconds. You could try that, but I recommend like being calculated and intentional and going in and saying, we're just going to spend a day, 13 hours, 10 hours, 5 hours, just TikTok. And I'm telling you everything I'm going to be doing. Like, this is literally the internal conversations I'm having with Zach, whether it's rapping videos or whether it's you know, teaching videos, reaction videos. Like, this is literally what we're going to be working on our end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I really like that idea. That's a really, really good. Woo! Words of wisdom. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, man. But I think your stuff is the quality is there, man, and you really just need to go viral a few times for like all of these numbers to 10x.
Yeah.
Potentially 20x.
I haven't released that. Yeah,
that's I know that's unlisted, but I mean, like, these other videos, like, you got 1,000 views, 500 views, 7,000 views, 7,000. Like, all these numbers could 10x with a few viral videos. And if you give people an action plan of like, yo, guys, make sure this is a song. It's been out. Go check it out on my YouTube page. Links in the bio. And I think these, because this is how you got to look at it. Like, every time Nick would have a video go viral on TikTok, and by viral I mean like 1 million views. Yeah. His Spotify would spike with 50,000 plays on that song in a day. Yeah. So you do just do the math. Let's just say you figure it out, Isaac, and you figure out you just hack away, and then you do 1 million views a day on TikTok, right? And then you can convert 30,000 of those views to Spotify streams. 30,000 Spotify streams is 1 million streams a month on Spotify. 1 million streams a month on Spotify pays you $5,000, $4,000 to $5,000 a month on Spotify. That's probably life-changing money for you right now.
Oh my gosh, bro.
So it might take you a year to figure that out. It might take you 6 months to figure that out. It might take you a month to figure that out. You know what I mean?
That would still be.
It's still life-changing situations.
Amazing.
That
would still be amazing. That's still quick. That's still quick. A year is still quick. So.
Yeah. So. Yeah, man, the music is there. The thing about you, though, is the music is the main thing, and the music's fire.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Man, great job, brother. I can't wait to see everything that continues to happen for you, bro.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. It's encouraging.
All right, brother. I'm going to let you go. Guys, that's Isaac Mather. Check him out on TikTok. Check him out on TikTok. Hold him accountable to this.
I'm going to start.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's hold each other accountable, because come August, me and Zach are tapping in and going to be doing the same exact thing. So
that's fire, bro.
Yeah, man. All right, guys, we're going to keep this thing moving. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to come back to Sincerely PS. He was here earlier, and let's see. Let's try this SoundCloud link again. Hopefully it works for us. You never own me, pop that bony. That's a good song. All right, here we go. Sincerely PS. The song is called
How
Feel.
am I supposed to get credit? I'm an upbeat dude, but I'm really raw. Gave the screen mine when it came to the news. Out rhyming rhymes, it came natural. You gotta see the wood, my abstract. This be what you can't match. The flow go till I am that, and I ain't turning back. Remember at high school I had buddies. Now the friends that I have a bit jumpy, but they're the ones that I'm down for. Vice versa, like South North. I got ego. Yeah, I got that for sure. In the West Coast, we kill all our shows. Stay at the top, look how I done rolled. Sometimes I need to show restraint. Confessions of a holy saint. Got ceremonies from my age, try up. Look them up, they got lacy guys in them. Look like you're hiding something. I remember about your fine cousin. Got 6 to life, got pins and stripes. One day, I'll go feel something, yeah. I'm just trying to feel something. Religion or not, be real, because it builds something. You more than your thoughts. How can I feel love when I come from all these hugs? My feelings are kinda sus. Suffering is the plot. I'm just trying to feel something. Bridge of a spot. I'm just trying to feel something. No different than time. I'm just trying to feel something. We all do the crowd. I'm just trying to feel something. Bitter taste in my soul. Thoughts beyond control. All this fame made me dark. Scared of my dog when he bark. But his bite won't be something to feel. I'm up on a hill. And well, hell. Going on the offensive. The pressure of wrestling is that you stay on them and encourage them to lay down. Coming off of these foci, I'm crossing between both lines. Iron shapes like bow ties. This is the only thing that I know. Flowing on peace, I know I should go. 33 and they sold my soul. Dr. Yeesh, it ain't always told of how suffering can teach us. Physically up and I'm different. Don't judge a horse by its winnings. All of my tracks.
Yo, sincerely, PS, thank you so much for this submission, man. So, my advice for a record like this, I think it's solid. I think your voice sounds good. I think the production is good. My advice would be, I would love to hear a female vocal on something like this, just to add a little more pop to it. This record is good, but it sounds like an album cut, or it sounds like something you're doing for you, not necessarily something you're doing for with a consumer in mind. And I think there's a time and a place for that. I just think if you want this to be a bit more disruptive, if you want this to cut through with an audience, I think you got to do something a little different, and either incorporating a stronger chorus or incorporating a girl to sing a stronger chorus to get to something would stick. Because just saying I'm just trying to feel something, I don't walk away with remembering anything. Nothing cuts through, right? It's just like, oh, okay, this is dope. Like, he has a dope voice, he raps well, cool. If this comes up on my Spotify shuffle, like, I'm probably not liking it. I'm probably not adding it to a playlist. I'm probably not running it back. In this climate, that's what the metric. That's what added to a playlist. Do people run it back? Do people share it? Those are the metrics you want to be going for. And you got to really reverse engineer that. And so I think this is good. This just feels like you did this more for you and less for like a consumer and somebody with the end game in mind. And that's fine. It's just, again, it's just like, what's the objective? Like, what's the point, right? Like, if this is about you having an outlet, like, respect, by all means, let music be your outlet. But if it's like, yo, I'm trying to make something that can touch somebody in a way and change somebody's life, well, then you really got to look objectively at artists who are doing this style, and what are they doing different. NF, practical example. Similar colors, similar textures, similar content, massive choruses, huge choruses. His choruses are massive. I mean, the man writes pop records, ballads, right? You're gonna have to work that into your arsenal if that's the kind of music you want to make that's actually playable and disruptive in the marketplace.
Thanks, man. I appreciate your insight a lot. That makes sense. How do you cross that border? You see what I'm saying?
I haven't had. I'm not a pop star.
Oh no, I mean like
I'm telling you as a player coach. I'm telling you as a player coach. You know what I mean? As a player coach who's had a few songs do a couple million streams. All of those songs had way more to do with the hooks of those songs and the feel of those songs, and way less to do with my incredible, amazing rapping. Anyone could have rapped on those records. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody in this stream could have rapped on the exact same records my records that got millions of streams on Spotify. Anybody here could have rapped on the same records. We would have kept the beat the same, kept the mixing the same, kept the hook the same. Those records would have probably done the same numbers. It had nothing to do with my rap. I just picked good records and good people and good hooks and A&R'd it really well. But it wasn't because Ruslan's a phenomenal rapper that those records popped off. It was maybe because Ruslan's a good producer and Ruslan understands how to piece together a good record, right? But it wasn't the rapping that did that, right? So I have a couple records that have done decent, nothing to the degree of, you know, Nick D with a Pineapple or an NF record or like a Pop and Lecrae record. So I'm reverse engineering this stuff for myself. Like, as I'm creating new music, I'm thinking about these things. And I think it comes down to like respecting the consumer, you know? Like, do you really have a respect for the end listener, or are you intentionally trying to niche down? And that's okay too. If you're trying to niche down and go really, really, really niche, but you have to be okay with a song getting a couple hundred plays because there may just not be enough people out there that want this record in this format.
Right.
you know.
So, I mean, how do you do it yourself? Like, what's kind of going through your mind in terms of, you know, going from making music because you just love to make music and kind of targeting, you know, a consumer more?
Yeah. So one, I'm paying attention to the music that I like, that I go back to, and I'm trying to find a pattern in terms of my preferences, the stuff that I like. So I went back, for example, to today. I was with my nephew. My nephew's 16. College dropout, late registration, and graduation. All, I think the first 2 Kanye albums all came out before my nephew was born. So he literally is like never heard College Dropout. He never heard Late Registration. I went back and listened to those records. Those are records that I love. And you know what I found Kanye doing a lot, who's not a singer? There's a lot of melody in those records. There's a ton. And we don't care what people say. Drug dealing just to get by. Stack your money till it gets sky high. Every record on those Kanye records have melody in them. Strong melody. Jesus, walk, God, show me the way, cause the devil finna turn me down. Jesus, walk. So now I'm thinking, okay, gosh, I'm terrible at singing. I gotta figure out something melodically to do. And if I'm not a great singer, I'm gonna go find a great singer. I'm gonna head up, you know, Seth, or I'm gonna hit up somebody from this community to do that, or I'm gonna try to fake sing, because I see a pattern of music that's very content heavy and bar heavy, usually has melody in it to juxtapose it. Right? So think of any famous Jay-Z record. There's someone singing on those, right? There's usually someone singing on those. New York, Empire State of Mind. Alicia Keys is singing on the record. Hard Knock. It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us, right? So melody, good melody that people can sing along to is almost essential to music. And it's always been that way, right? It's just, it was more fragmented. It was that you had the melody and you had the rap. Now it's kind of more intertwined with auto-tune and rappers who sing, and the lines have gotten blurred. So I would say, man, stop and reflect on, like, what are you into? PS, like what do you genuinely like? Right? Like, what do you genuinely like? And if you like super gritty, underground, obscure music, bro, make that. Like, make what you like, right? I'm not into like MF Doom. Like, I respect what he's contributed, but that's not my vibe, right? I'm into Kanye. I'm into Jay-Z. I'm into like stuff that's thoughtful, meaningful, has content in it, but also reaches a wide audience. And so melody is just gonna drive a lot of that, you know? So if you don't have the ability to do melody, find someone that can, you know, shoot, man, try Fiverr. You know what I'm saying? Like, try Fiverr. I'm sure you can find somebody. I mean, there's guys in this community that if you slide them $50, $100 and say, man, can you help me with this chorus? You know, they would love you, you know, because $50, $100, I mean, that goes a long way when you're just starting out, you know? So I would, that's how I would look at it, man, is like, one, stop and examine your own thought, your own patterns and what you like. And then say, okay, well, what is missing in what I like and what I want to make, right? What I like and what I want to make. And I think once you bridge that gap and you're passionate about it, then the rest of it is gonna. So there's no like formula, but it's the closest thing I could have. Ray Rock has this, like, does it have a phrase that pays? Is there a memorable melody, right? There's elements that we could pull from it. And so that's how I would look at it. Just stop and just say, what are you into? Like, what do you really like? It's been a minute since I've just stopped and said, what do I really like? Like, what do I really like? What are records I go back to? You know, and it's usually stuff that is from the Kanyes, right? And for like, I'm not a big fan of Drake. Like, I don't like sappy, you know, love songs and breakups. I'm not into that. But I like Kanye. I like music that's inspirational, motivational. I think there's a gap there of someone that like is trying to get it in the soundtrack for that. And NF kind of does that, but I don't really like that. I don't like super emo music. So like, you have to just be aware. And so I'm fleshing that out personally. And I think you should do the same thing. I think you should just stop and say, what are you into? What do you like? What are the patterns? And really look at it objectively and say, what are the patterns in these songs? And how can you incorporate? If you can't sing, don't try to sing. Go find somebody that can sing. Again, Fiverr. I mean, get guys in this community. There's all kinds of folks that could write little leads for you and little melodies for you that could really, you know, elevate the quality.
I understand. Thank you, man. Just one last kind of,
sure.
Just to wrap it up.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think anything is there in terms of my sound, like in terms of
yes,
like, being
yes,
sonic,
yeah.
right?
Your
Like-
voice is dope. Let me play some more of it.
They got lazy guys in them, look like you're hiding something. I remember about your five cousin, got 6 to life, got pins and stripes.
Yeah, your voice is dope. You clearly can rap, right? Like clearly you can rap. But I'm saying like this feels way different.
One day I'll feel something, yeah.
If I was and like a
Right.
girl singing something like that, like oh my gosh, like that's
Right.
that's a
Okay,
whole
I
nother,
see.
you know what I'm saying?
I got it.
Yeah.
Well, the next time I'm gonna have to show you one of those songs that I've done like that before. That'll be cool.
Okay.
I appreciate you, Ru.
Appreciate
Thank
you,
man.
brother. Thank you so much, man. All right, guys. Let's see. We got a couple more submissions. My man Sage. Is Sage have his camera up? Yep. I'm gonna go to Sage, and then I think we got Israel, and then Emmanuel and New Tune. But I don't know who New Tune is. I don't know if New Tune is here or not. No. Let's go to Sage. Here an old video I did last year. The audio not sync with the video. Heads up. Okay. Let's see what's happening.
Go get real. You thought you stole my confidence. Used to wear my heart out my chest, now it's on confidence. So go get real and leave the message anonymous. You realize now that I'm gone, that I'm beneficial. And I spent some days feeling sorry for self. So any woman is lucky, 'cause I'm not just somebody else. You was gotta get rid of the cap down. Can't knock on my heart with the door round. Now I feel like your words all cat now. And in your words, it was almost on cat now. And when your mind condition is sabotage, spiritual living to keep you walking with your head down. Side ends of this is normal, just being consistent. I hit you with a good job. And I just came to myself, no time to lose focus. I gave the truth and the powers, got hit by the locust. When I need you the most, you always focus. Got a devil on my shoulder, telling me to be selfish, but God told me selfish. You don't know how good you had it, yeah. God was putting my dreams, you was doing hat trick, yeah. Still left for dead, even my word was left on red. But if I love him, I gotta forget. If I love him, I gotta forget. Go get real. You thought you stole my confidence. Used to wear my heart out my chest, now it's on confidence. Go get real.
Sage, thank you so much for submitting this. Okay, I love the production on this. You have a great ear for beats. That's a very fun beat. The bounce is dope. The acoustic guitar juxtaposed with the trap drums, I think is super dope. Your tone, your writing is solid. The melodies are solid. What this desperately needs is a good quality mix. The auto tune is very harsh and very fast. It sounds very thrown together. And the Melodyne, like get Melodyne and really learn and master Melodyne, because the way that auto tune is hitting your voice is not very flattering. And so it's like you have this like raw potential, but it's basked in this like very sloppily, poorly put together mixing. And vocal change. So you got to clean that up, and you might have to take a couple steps back to go forward. So I would say the mixing auto-tune Melodyne needs to be super buttoned up. You get a professional mix on this record, and it goes from what it is now to like a solid song, like a solid good song. But you can't circumvent that process with music like this. You're singing, you're stacking vocals. You know what I mean? You're putting sauce on it. This is not something you just like if it was like a dusty boom bap record, like the mix don't really, if you're making Earl Sweatshirt music, like the mix don't matter. This music needs proper mixing. Like it needs to be mixed correctly. And then the only thing is, I love that you shot this yourself. One advice, use the back camera. You're using your front camera, you're gonna get a lower quality. I can tell you're using your front camera because all the writing is inverted. So use the back camera and you'll instantly get a better quality shot just using the back camera. Regardless of what iPhone you are on, just literally flipping the phone around will get you a better shot.
Yeah, I was shooting everything in Triller, bro. So.
Oh, okay. You
like,
did this in Triller. Okay, you was really trapping trapping out the Triller joint. Okay, respect, respect. So, word up, man. Well, yeah. Hopefully that's helpful.
Huh?
I said, hopefully that's helpful.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Word up, man. Yeah, man. Again, all the main things are there for you, bro. Just button up the mixing. Again, don't be ashamed or afraid to jump on YouTube University. Immerse yourself, and there's so many tutorials out there now. Fiverr, you might be able to find a fire engineer on Fiverr. You know,
like it's been up and down because sometimes like I hear when I have a song, whatever. I recorded that song like last year, so a lot of that's when I was like more active in recording music because the MacBook I had before, like I had all the presets and everything, like I was actively mixing and stuff like that. So the music I put on, like I put a song, I put it on Spotify. It's called Battleships. That like. That's when everything, the quality and everything sound is just like when I lost everything, that's when everything started taking a turn with the mixing and everything like that. So
got you. So it sounds like you gotta scrape together $1,000 or $1,500 to get yourself a new computer and.
I'm good now.
Okay, dope.
I just got this Wave. I got Wave. Mike Teasy, he recommended. It was like a Waves tune.
Like, Waves tune.
Real time.
Yeah, real time Waves.
Real time, and then I got the other. What's the other thing? Wave tuner or something like that.
Yeah, Waves tune.
You can draw in the notes.
Yep. Perfect. Perfect. Well done. All right, brother. I'm gonna let you go. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the submission. Okay, we got a few more submissions that are in the house. I want to show you guys some other music that I've been vibing to this week. All right, now this one got a little profanity on it. It's my man Foggy Raw.
Explicit.
A joint called Tumblr. And then we go into
okay, so I'm going Look, Lord, please, it's my heartfelt letter to thee. Lord, please, could you say how you feel about me? I know you died for the world, you love all the boys and girls, but specifically, how do you feel about me? I do believe in the story of Adam and Eve. I do believe that the church is a sacred decree, but it's OD than the shoes for malice and greed. I believe my offering is better with people in need. You call the holiest a temple, a den of the thieves. Makai, baby, Allah, nah, and David. If it wasn't for BB and CC, where would we be? If it wasn't for Jordan Sparks, then how would we breathe? I made a lane out of praising your holy name by using words that most people would call profane. Some people say that I call on your name in vain. They villainize me, muzzle me like a bane. I got some brothers that stabbing me, get up bad like they came. I got some dogs get hungry and they'll do anything. I got some sisters do favors for niggas for Vera Wayne. Anything. I didn't need to see a sign to know that you're real. Lord, please tell me how I'm making you feel. I wanna know if my name is still in your will. I want a baddie for real, like Jessica Biel. I send my holy condolence to Wills, Uncle Phil. Damn. That's what you want me to look. It's a dangerous hill. I keep my vision concealed to hide my Achilles heel. As soon as they get the coordinates, they going for the kill. Life's a gamble already, you can't just play for the thrill. My brother Ali died cause he just kept selling pills. My sister Megan had died cause she just kept buying pills. I didn't seek me a therapist, I don't know how I feel. Always listen to Weezy, but I ain't wanna be a lil. I heard of multiple miracles, you made multitudes meals. And they showed you their gratitude, killing you on a hill. Think about it to this day, and normally give me chills. At this moment in time, we know these niggas not real. We know these niggas ain't real.
Foggy Raw Bay, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we got my brother Aaron Banker in the house. Let's get it.
Hey Joy, does she love me? Does she love me now? Well, I couldn't even care no more. I gotta let go of the start. Oh Lord, I need you a whole lot. Does she love me? Does she love me now? Well, I couldn't even care no more. I gotta let go of the start. Oh Lord, I need you a whole lot. Oh Lord, I need you a whole lot. I'm holding on to the sweet memories of what we used to be. I made music for the heck of it, now it's a remedy. This is where I get a chance to get these heavy thoughts out. The notes from the notepad so I can write sweet melodies. So let's talk about it or not, or whatever you wanna do. I'm just done with the indecisiveness that comes with you. Just know I'm good, I know, I didn't see it coming too. It looks like time can heal wounds that I never ever thought could. Sunshine turns into raindrops. Oh my Lord, when will this stop? Raindrops, raindrops, raindrops. Does she love me? Does she love me now? Well, I couldn't even care no more. I gotta let go of the stop. Oh Lord, I need you a whole lot. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. Does she love me? Does she love me now? Well, I couldn't even care no more. I gotta let go of the stop. Oh Lord, I need you a whole lot. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. We're Christmas presents, the birthday presents, and now it's drops, you're not even present. Thought you filled it up, but the moon is crescent. Got me fishing with the fishing pole. Our dreams didn't work, but it's still kinda pleasant. Still kinda pleasant. Went from butterflies to cutting ties. We entangled in the wrong lights. Like Jada Will, we seeing with the wrong eyes. I guess this isn't my race because it's the wrong price. The wrong price. So slow it down, let me paint a beautiful picture. It's okay, even though I'm not with her. I'm alright, even though I left life fisher. It's all good, zero still out of the figures. Sunshine turns into raindrops. Oh my Lord, when will this stop? Raindrops, 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 raindrops. Hey, does she love me? Does she love me now?
Aaron, thank you so much for the submission, man. So there's first of all, I appreciate you documenting your transition into becoming an artist with us, because I think it's really cool. And I think it's fun. I think it's really cool. I think it's fearless on your part to just show you going and becoming an artist. I think that's super dope, man. So there are parts here that are very promising. Some of the melodic stuff is really good. And then there are parts here where you're still struggling with the rhythm. You're still struggling catching the beat. A lot of rapping is rhythmic with the number of syllables, you know what I mean? And so it's like the syllables have to be consistent from bar to bar. And there are times where you say something really cool and then like the next bar will kind of feel a little funky, you know? So the chat is going crazy about these raindrop sounds. It's really funny that they're like, but the raindrop sounds, like, yeah, the rain. But what about the raindrop sounds? The raindrop sounds are funny. I wasn't really listening for the raindrop sounds. Somebody said they were heavy. Somebody said they were funny. Here's the thing that I do appreciate this is that you have enough utility in your skill set to at least make the mix sound good. So if like someone's not really listening as with like a trained ear on the rapping or the melody, like at least it's presentable and it's mixed well. So kudos to you for having pride behind your work to make it mixed well. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you spend time just listening to music and rapping along to it?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't necessarily listen to rap along.
Okay. Majority of rappers learned from rapping along to their favorite rappers and memorizing. And there's something that happens with the muscle memory of like understanding cadences and understanding how stuff feels and flows that will help you in terms of then fleshing out your own writing. And a lot of times we start by just imitating. We'll find a cadence from our popular song, we'll steal the cadence. We'll find a flow and we'll take the flow, right? So I would recommend figure out who your favorite rappers are that are making the type of music you want to make, and immerse yourself in their music and just rap along to it. Just have fun just rapping along to it and being a fan. And I think that will indirectly help with some of the muscle memory of catching the beat. Does she love me? Does she love me now? You know what I mean? Like those little things over time. I'm just trying to reverse engineer like how I learned to rap, and it was me rewriting Snoop Dogg songs. 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door, ready to make an entrance. So back, like that stuff is with me. It came out when I was like 7. You know what I'm saying? Ready to make and I was rapping, ready to make an entrance. So back on up because we really about to drink this stuff. Give me the microphone first so I could bust like a bubble. Compton and Long Beach together. Now you know you in trouble because ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Right? Like rap, doing that since I was 6, 7, 8 years old, going to the Chronic tour when I was 9. I don't know what what I was doing as a 9-year-old at the Chronic tour. Those things stood with me, and now it's muscle memory. So I could spit back cadences on beat fairly easily. I'm not the cleanest rapper in the world, but I could do that. So that's what I mean. I think you got to immerse yourself in just rapping that you like and try to pull from it. And then it'll make it easier for when you go mumble your own cadences and rap your own cadences.
Okay.
Is that helpful? Like I'm trying to give you something like a real practical nugget that you can walk away with.
It is very helpful. I don't necessarily do that. Whenever I do listen to music, I just sit and listen and try to think about exactly what they're doing, like for the lack of better terms, the science behind how they break up the cadences and stuff like that. And I do get that a lot. Like even my friends who I've shown this song, they were saying like here, there in the verses, I do kind of go off beat, which I've been like putting on the click and just trying to redo it like until I try to get it right.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily ever sit down and try to rap along to a song, which I might try to do that.
Here's an exercise, and you guys are laughing that I like know that song. I took that song and rewrote it. So I was like 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop, Kitty Cat, and Dr. J is at the door. Like I literally rewrote it and like went around rapping it. You know what I mean? It was really silly. So here, a practical thing is like find a record that you love and memorize it and rewrite it syllable for syllable, cadence per cadence, bar for literally rewrite the entire thing. And watch how much of a leap you'll have fairly quick in your process. It's okay to start out imitating something else that you love. So find a record that you really love right now and literally sit down, drop it into your session, find the instrumental version, and rewrite the entire song. But this might take you 4 or 5 sessions, right? And I did this up until 10 years ago. There's a version I have. The last song I redid was Kendrick's "Please Don't Kill My Vibe" because I couldn't master my double time. You could probably find it still. And I literally redid Kendrick's "It Don't Kill My Vibe." It don't kill, but I changed it to "Please Don't Kill My Vibe," and I re-rapped the entire song. The cadence, the flow, the pattern, everything, and it unlocked me being able to be better at my double time because I couldn't understand how he was rapping. Like I just didn't make any sense to me. So I think you doing that earlier in the process will actually be very helpful. And you could also take that and like throw that on TikTok and experiment. Like if it's really good, take it and throw it on TikTok. Like do a remix of your favorite song and put it on TikTok. You know what I mean? And who cares if you stole it? I mean, what's his name? Joyner Lucas does this still. Like he still remixes songs. You know what I mean? So that would be my advice for you, Aaron, is like you can't master the fadeaway that Kobe and Jordan mastered by just watching Kobe and Jordan and understanding the mechanics of their fadeaway. You got to get on the court and you got to shoot 1,000 fadeaways and you got to understand them. Like and probably try to get with a mirror and see how your body looks like there, right? Like, and it takes a lot of effort to master a fadeaway. And the same thing with music. Like, it takes a lot of effort to master just the art of rapping and rhythms and cadences. So, yeah, man, I think you should try that. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna suck. It's gonna feel like you're wasting your time. I promise you, if you what's one of your favorite songs that's came out in the last 5 years?
In the last 5 years.
That's congruent to the type of music you want to make. Don't tell me you're like a Bruno Mars song and you're not gonna be a Bruno Mars type of artist.
I liked the new Andy record, Happy Thoughts. I liked I think it's called Ramen and Ramen. Something
Okay.
Like that.
See if you can find it. You probably won't be able to find that instrumental unless they put it out, but see if you can find an instrumental similar to that, the same BPM, drop in his version, drop in your version, and rewrite the entire song and re-sing the hook, change the words, and like really try to remake that entire record.
No, and it really does make sense when you use that Kobe and Mike example. Like It does actually make sense, and I have to get on that. Thank you about the mixing though, because I do my own mixing. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
About the mixing, so appreciate that.
You're an interesting guy, man, because you have like you. It's like the way I transition into YouTube. Like I'm not like a natural YouTuber, but because I had all these transferable skills, I was able to get popping faster as a YouTuber, even though I'm not a filmmaker, right? So you're like the inverse of music. Like you have all these transferable skills to become an artist. You just have to find that pocket and that pattern and that pathway for you. And once you master that, you're gonna be dope. You're gonna be super dope.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
So
any new shoes before I go? Any new shoes you got?
Yeah, man. I picked these up today. My first pair of Huaraches, by the way. These joints is mad snug, bro. Huaraches are so snug on the feet. Like it takes effort to put these things on. I got for Father's Day, I got the Chinese New Year 12s. I think I told you that. And then I ended up accidentally pulling the trigger on the OG taxis from '97 because I had the bid in on StockX, and then they transfer. Still don't have those. And then I got the new Yeezy Cinders, the 350 Yeezy Cinders. They're all black and they have like a little bit of red on them. Yeah. So I got those. Neither of those have arrived. So yeah, I spent a little money in June on shoes, probably more than I should have. Yeah. So
sounds like
Yeezys, 2 pairs of Jordans, and 2 pairs of Huaraches. That's what we did this month. And then I'm chilling. I don't need nothing else. I don't need nothing else for the rest of the year. So
that's what we all say.
Nah. I'm staying out the mall. I'm finna turn the notifications off on Go. Like I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I spent way too much on shoes last month, so I'm chilling. It was Father's Day. I had to treat myself, guys. Okay, for Father's Day. Anyway, bro, Aaron, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, bro. I'm really excited to see who you become in the next year as an artist, especially with the skill set you already have. So thank you, brother. I appreciate you. It's Aaron Banca, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who else we got. Got a few more submissions for you guys. Hey, there's a handful of you guys watching. Give this video a like if you could. By the way, if you aren't following me on Instagram, you should be, because we got a poll going on Instagram right now that I need your help for, okay? I need your help on Instagram. I'm gonna show you guys this, and you guys may think this is crazy. I had a fantastic day today with my son, but I need you guys to go take this poll and just follow me on Instagram in general. I need to know if I'm tripping, okay? I need to know if I'm tripping. Let me see if I can get this pulled up. Next up, I think we got, we already did Sincerely J. PZ616 is not here. Is it PZ616? He's not here. So I think we got New Tune next. So I'm gonna get you pinned up here in just a second, boss. Boom, 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 boom. But before we do that, I need your guys' help on this poll. What is happening with the daggone internet right now? This is insanity. Okay. Yo. Okay, let me try a different browser. Do a poll on YouTube. I will do a poll on YouTube. I got to show you guys what I'm trying to do first before I do the poll on YouTube. Okay, so just bear with your boy for 1 second. All right, here we go. Let's see if it lets me play this without being logged in. Oh, of course it wants to log me in. Gosh darn it. Hang tight. Now it's going to make me verify the account. Oh, goodness. My kids got me some Ray-Bans. Oh, that's what's up, man. That's awesome. Yeah, you know what, bro? I had these super dope Ray-Ban wafers that folded up. I got them a couple years ago. And the dag on my son, I think I lost them. I don't know what the heck happened. My son lost them, and I was very, very disappointed. And I have not bought an expensive pair of sunglasses since then. Sunglasses I've been wearing is like literally like a pair of sunglasses from the Dollar Tree. All right, let's see. Did that work? Holy smokes. Hey, Ruslan, how's the family doing? Family is doing amazing. Thank you so much for asking. 096. I feel left out. I didn't get nothing for Father's Day. Are you a father? All right. So look, I'm gonna play this for you guys. Okay, let me try this again. Okay, hold on. I'm with my nephew Samadre. How many of you guys eat the whole rind of the watermelon? How many people do this? This is my nephew. How many of y'all eat the entire? He said it's busted. This man's eating the green part. Look. Levi's teeth weren't strong enough. So then I did it. I'm gonna give this a chance, okay? Gosh. That's kind of good.
See, it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
All right, so I want to know, those of you guys that are here, I got the poll going. Okay, we had like 40 people in the Instagram that said that they eat the whole thing. 40 people. That's a lot of people, yo. That's a lot of people that said that. So I want those of you guys that are to YouTube. The outside can make you sick if you are if it's not washed. Yes, it can. However, wash your daggone watermelon. Wash the outside. And so yeah, do that, and I think you'll be good. So take the poll either on Instagram or here on YouTube. I want to know if anyone else does that. But yeah, we had like quite a few people that voted, and 40 people legitimately said they do that. 46 people. I'll give you guys the numbers after this. All right, we got the homie New Tune with a brand new record featuring Alcott. Legit. Let's get it.
I know that you would answer me and walk with me. I need you. I know that you would answer me. Please stay. You are simply my everything.
I've been through some things they don't understand. Church hurt, but you taught me not to please a man. Father, help me be the man I'm called to be. I confess, I repent my apologies. 10 years trying to walk like Enoch. Kill the flesh, spirit man, just detox. Father, so much trouble in this world. Struggle with my baby mama trying to take my girl. But I love you, I know I gotta trust you. I don't ever wanna put nothing above you. I don't want the compromise, Holy Spirit come inside. I just wanna ride to the end of time. Take a look inside, what you wanna take out. I don't wanna stay inside, let's do the takeout. Reach the lost, really trying to testify. Flesh man wanna chill, but don't satisfy.
I know that you would answer me and walk with me. I need you. I know that you would answer me. Please stay. You are simply my everything.
Yeah, rampant distractions, unlimited time to time I cave. Selfish endeavors make it tough to find the time to pray. Random attacks from packs of demons who don't hibernate. Hellish collectors from the depths who steal the light away. Yeah, that's a tall order. No wonder I fall shorter. The mold of righteousness that Christ begets them all distorted. Filthy mind, filthy heart, give me that blood bath. Just wash me in the holy hemoglobin, only the sun has it. And when these threats rise beyond my bounds, I'll be sending prayers up when it all falls down. Gotta know this for the best, but it hurts though. So won't you come and hold my hand down this cursed road? It's lying with lying merchants, trying to blind my search for divine purpose. Selling idols for divergence, but I'll purchase none of it. These tricks and these treacherous trinkets worthless. Lord, correct my track and help me to step on the next surface.
I know that you would answer me and walk with me. I need you. I know that you would answer me.
Yo, brother, thank you so much for the submission, man. This reminds me, in a good way, of some of the Tupac stuff I grew up on. The production, the guitar on the beat, It reminds me of some stuff that was like on the Machiavelli albums that like got like released. You get the street versions, and so that, but not in a dated way. Like I think you still sound modern on it, which I think again, and you're the second artist I've heard tonight that like has like a 90s sound, but you don't sound dated. It sounds current in a way. Your tone I think is super dope on here. Let me pull your verse back.
Father, help me be the man I'm called to be.
Your voice is fire.
I confess, I repent my apologies. 10 years trying to walk like Enoch. Kill the flesh, spirit, man, just detox. Father, so much trouble in this world. Struggle with my baby mama trying to take my girl. But I love you, I know.
Yeah, I like your voice. I like the delivery. There's like pain behind it, which makes it sound super just raw and real. Honestly, bro, my only gripe with this is the arrangement of the production and the mixing on the hook. I think I only thing I would have done different is I wish the beat was arranged a bit more. It sounds like a 2 or 4 bar loop that just plays throughout the whole thing. It doesn't break down. There's no, cut the drums and just let the guitar play. It's just a loop all the way through. I wish there was more variation. That's why I said it sounds like some of the Machiavelli stuff, because a lot of that stuff was demoed out and they just get a 4-bar loop, Pac would make a song to it, and then he'd move on to the next thing. That's what it sounds like. And then the hook was good and her tone is good, but there was an old school stacking approach to it that I think for today's sound could have been cleaned up, meaning that every note and every word should start and end the same when stacking vocals today. And when I can hear, oh, this harmony she's slightly behind beat, and this harmony she's slightly ahead, and all those little things stack up. And you can get a program like Vocal Line that'll just glue the vocal perfectly together. That would really be the only thing, man, is like I feel like the singing could have either been executed cleaner so it's tighter, or just use something like Vocal Line, or manually just chop up each note and just scooch it together. That's really it. That's just me being nitpicky. Other than that, well done, man. I like your voice. I like your tone. I like the classic feel to it, but it's still modern. I think you did your thing, bro.
Oh, thank you, bro. Can you hear me?
I can hear you well.
Man, thank you for the love, bro. I want to get you on a remix, man, and that's a guy on the hook, brother. That's a guy.
That's
on
a
the
guy.
Hook.
Oh, snap. My bad.
Yeah, he's going like, you know what I mean? The voice.
Hold on. That's a dude. What is his name?
Q, bro.
Hold on. I gotta run that hook back.
Bro.
Oh, that's like Prince vibes.
You walk with me, I need you. I knew that you would answer me.
Wow. Yeah, I bet you he talks in a mad deep voice when you meet him, huh? That's how Prince was. Prince sings super high, and then you meet him, he'd be like, "What's up? How you doing?"
Thank you, bro. Thank you for the love and just a review on it. It landed on New Music Friday today.
Come on, bro. That's awesome.
It was dope, you know. Thank
you. Very well done, man. Yeah, shoot me a DM. I'm not really doing a ton of features right now, but shoot me a DM, bro. Let's get to know each other, and we can figure something out.
Thank you, bro. God bless you.
All right, brother. Thank you, New Tone. New Tone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we got Israel Perez and Emmanuel. Wow, that's a dude. I feel terrible. His voice is crazy, man. I'm a big Prince fan. I was a big Prince fan when Prince was alive, like his later work. I didn't grow up on like Purple Rain, but the stuff that he did after he became a Jehovah's Witness was pretty fly to me. Yeah, man. And so I think that is really cool if that's what's happening. What happened to Israel? Did this man Israel just bounce? What's going on? Good melody too, by the way. All right, I guess it's Emmanuel in the house. Let's get it. Let me get this man. Well, he's already pinned up. He's the only one in the Zoom chat. I don't know what just happened. We had 3 people in the chat and went down to 2.
Spoil you with love, you know how I do. Show you some love, he wanna win you. Give me some love and all about you. Had to keep loving and showing myself. Glory to God, he gave me some help. That's a good boy, can't say nothing else. Wanted his love, he made me repeat it. How you get love, it's all about him. What a blessing, and I keep living in it. What a blessing, and I keep rolling in it. Whoa, loving your name, I'ma get it every day. I'ma see it with your love, cause you gave me right here. I'ma see it rolling, rolling, to my love for
That's a dope cadence.
Showing you love, you man, you got just represent. I've been needing that name in my life, so I give you all I know, all I know, all I want is just you, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Yeah.
Knowing your name, I'ma get it every day. I'ma see it with your love, 'cause you get me right here. I'ma see the road to go to my life apart with you. Everything you give me, I'll be thanking you like we get right.
Yeah, man, this one's fire. I'm trying to add it to the playlist right now. Is this out? Hold on, I can't hear you. Is this out? Yeah. Is that wait? Is what is that? What was that called? Holy Mingo?
Holy Migo.
Yeah. I'm adding this to the playlist right now. That joint is crazy, bro. I mess with it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I think it's really good. I think the melody's really good. The structure's really good. That bounce on that beat. I don't know if that's a 4/6 or what the bounce of the beat is, but that's really fire. Hold on, let me just update. I'm trying to update the playlist, so forgive me for multitasking. Yeah, that's fire, bro. Yeah, I like it, man. I like it a lot. I think it's really good. It's on the towards the top of the playlist. Well done.
Appreciate you. I had a question. Did your audience find you, or did you find your audience?
Did my audience find me, or did I find my audience? Both. I think I made something that was valuable, and then people found it, and I just kept making it over and over again, and then people found more of it. So my audience probably found me because I was willing to put myself in the marketplace and understand what the parameters of YouTube content was specifically.
So, like, the thing that was liked the most, you just made more of it?
Yeah. Like, I mean, I was doing YouTube for 2 years fairly consistently, doing interviews and, traveling. Like, I had all kinds of high profile guests. Like, I had S1 on the channel, Grammy Award winning producers, Wendy Day. I mean, those videos still go get popping, but my subscriber count didn't explode until 8 months ago. And then once I figured out what people actually wanted from me, then I just doubled down on that. And it was the thing I least expected. Like, the stuff that works best on my channel is like Bible studies. Like Bible studies connected to something relevant, right? Like something's going on in culture. Justin Bieber gets, fans stock Justin Bieber in front of his house, and then I tie that into we shouldn't have idols and we shouldn't buy into celebrity culture as Christians. Like, and then I do a Bible study. Like, those videos are the videos that people love for me, and that's not what I thought people wanted from me. And then the more I watched the analytics and what was working, the more I pressed into what was working. Instead of saying, this is what I want to do, I want to interview people and I want to do this, or I want to make this kind of content. I said, no, what's actually working for me? And then I pressed it and leaned into that.
How much of confirmation did you seek God about that? Like, how much did he did he show you some things or whatnot? I mean, did God kind of, I'm trying to just see.
Yeah, like there wasn't like an audible voice. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I'm not that part, but it's like was there some confirmation? And when you did.
Yeah, the confirmation was I did YouTube for 2 years and barely made any money off of it. And then overnight I was making 4 bands a month off of AdSense. You know what I'm saying? Within like a 1 month span. Like, it was like crazy. Like, it went from like a couple $100s to like $1,000 to like $5,000 like within a week's time span, and it was a specific type of video. So I think it was in that, like the numbers were like, holy smokes, I've been doing it this way, and I think this is the way I wanted to do it. And it was really about my way. I want to do it this way, my way, instead of saying, well, what do people actually want from me? Like what am I best at? What do people want from me? And it's hard, especially as an only child, to understand the value you give other people. It's very difficult to process that, because I wasn't the most self-aware person. Now I watch all my analytics like a hawk. Like I'm really paying attention to what's driving people here. So the confirmation was in, man, I've been grinding at something so long, and then finally it popped off. You know what I'm saying? Finally it popped off. And so and then there was also this like, yo, the stuff that's most popping on my channel is me actually teaching from the Bible, which I literally had never done prior to 8 months ago. I was doing YouTube for 4 years, never sat down and did a Bible study. All of a sudden started sitting down and doing Bible studies, and those are the videos that get the most views. You know, like, again, connected to current events and pop culture. That was confirmation. Like this whole time I've been teaching Bible studies for as long as I've been saved. Early on, I mean, I got saved and jumped right into leading Bible studies, leading ministries, preaching. And the very thing that I've been doing the longest, I didn't want to do on YouTube. And then once I started doing it on YouTube, my YouTube exploded. You know, so that in and of itself was confirmation. Then I look back and was like, oh yeah, this is probably like, before I can inspire or motivate people, before I'm a fantastic rapper, before I'm a great interviewer, I'm probably have been doing this the longest. I've probably been teaching Bible studies the longest. And I've been thinking about these ideas secular music, culture, food, legalism, freedom, liberty. I've been talking about these things for 20 years. Anything you see me talk about on this channel, I've talked about 15 years ago. It's the same. We talk about the same things: secular music, Illuminati. Like it's the same conversations over and over. And alcohol. You know, should Christians kiss before they get married? Like it's the same exact conversations. And so yeah, man. So that's the confirmation was just, oh, duh, like light bulb moment, duh. This is the stuff I'm good at, you know. And then the metric, like the numbers definitely, like, you know, it's like, holy smokes, like I never imagined. You tell me a year ago I'd be doing I'd be making what I'm making now for YouTube. I'd tell you out of your mind. Like if you told me last summer, like this is the amount you're gonna make off YouTube in summer 2021, I'd be like, you're crazy, you're insane. Like that's not, no one really makes that much on YouTube, you know. And so yeah, man.
I was just trying to compare it to like the music, like, you know, just being a purpose. You know, it looks like you in purpose, so it's like, you know.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, man, it was also a lot of trial and error. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of trial and error, and there was a lot of like fighting God and fighting good counsel. I would get good counsel, I would get good advice, and I would fight it. I mean, bro, God's positioned how many people around me that were amazing YouTubers, killing it. I had 3 people around me who all had, at least 3 people, Curtis King, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, Belief, I think 400,000 subscribers, Sean Cannell, 2 million subscribers. These folks have been around me for 10 years. I've had access and relationship to people and watched them blossom up. And I didn't think to piece this together. I didn't think about it, right? And the very things that got me popping was the very advice that they were telling me 5 years ago. The very exact things, you know? And so at some point I had to humble myself and be like, yeah, maybe I ain't got all the answers. Like maybe these people who are doing thriving and flourishing, maybe there's something to what they're saying to me, you know?
I got you.
So, word, man. I'm gonna let you go, brother. Next up we got the homie Israel. I'm gonna get you pinned up here. Just give me a second, boss. Hey, if you're finding this valuable, guys, give this video a thumbs up. All right, here we go.
Tell me it'll be alright, even if it's not, even if you gotta lie, even if I'ma die and I crash on sight. Oh my, don't lie to me at all. I could take the truth, I swear, as long wish you'll be there. We know this life ain't fair. Can't act like I don't care. You'll be there for me, I'll be there for you. Ain't no question to ask at all. I'ma fall once or twice to stay by my side where the hurts will fall. But I know you hold the end, so I give you all that's left of me for you, cause you did the same for me. You're everything I need. Wanna get close to you, you're all I wanna see. You're everything I need. When I get close to you, it gets easier to breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Breathe. Just breathe. Breathe. Just. And I don't flex unless I got all my buttons pressed. I'm not perfect and I still stress. They say to go ahead and get that grand, but I wanna let it come to me. Thinking about everything you've done for me. So I'm making music and letting God use it. I don't need no mention, I just want expansion. Character enhancing, the kingdom advancing. Don't need a thing as long as I got you. You're everything I need. Wanna get close to you, you're all I wanna see. You're everything I need. When I get close to you, it gets easier to breathe. Just breathe.
Yo, Israel, thank you so much for submitting this, man. I think this is the strongest thing I've heard from you. You're cutting out, by the way. You're frozen right now, just FYI. I think this is the strongest thing I've heard from you, boss. It's super well put together. I think you're consistently improving, and that's dope. I don't know if you've been pressing into the singing lessons more. Your singing sounds better on this. Some of the raps were a little, shoddy at a couple parts here and there. Nothing crazy. You weren't like offbeat or anything. But there was a couple parts where you didn't sound as confident and as clean. But other than that, man, I think it's really good, bro. I think you're definitely improving, man.
Snap. Yeah. Am I good now with the audio?
Nope. You're good with the audio. Your video's frozen.
Okay. Definitely. I've been getting into production, and for some reason that just kind of unlocked the hooks a lot more.
Let's go.
So I think that was it, man. So
you produced this?
Yeah, I pretty much did all the melodies and just had a friend put some drums on it. So
that's it right there, man. Yeah, different artists are different, man. Sometimes that really helps make the production feel more custom fitted, by just having something that is unique to you, So great job, brother. Great job.
Gosh, man. Appreciate it.
All right, man. I'm going to let you go. Guys, thank you so much for everybody that submitted something. Okay, so we got to come back to this watermelon rind thing. Okay, so I asked you guys, make sure to follow me on the gram because we're doing a survey to see how many folks actually eat the rind of the watermelon. Okay, and I just looked right here. So my nephew ate the rind. On here, it looks like 88 people voted, okay? 88 people voted, and a couple of you guys apparently eat it. Now, on the gram, hold on, let me go back to the gram. On the gram, the survey is 95% said no, but there was 96 yeses. There was 96 yeses of folks who said that they eat the grind of the watermelon. So if you're one of those folks that, like, where did you, if you're one of the folks in the poll that said you eat the grind of the watermelon, like, where did you learn that? Like, straight up, like, where did you learn that? So again, this is what we're talking about. My nephew. With my nephew, Samadre, how many of you guys eat the whole rind of the watermelon? Bussin'. He said it's buzzing. So, and by the way, that's another reason you should be following me on the gram. So, if you checked off yes in the chat, and apparently 8% of you guys did, where did you learn that? Where did you learn that? Where did you learn that? I really want to know. I really, really want to know. Let me know. Yo, shout out to somebody on Twitch. This is hilarious. Somebody on Twitch, I gotta put this on screen. Somebody on Twitch said, you need to find a crappier camera in worse lighting. I see too much detail. Yo, that's like the weirdest, like, you know how to say like a backhanded compliment, but this was like a generous insult. It was a generous insult. Like, it was a very gracious, like, affirming insult. Like, your stuff looks too front-handed insult. Yeah, your stuff looks too good. What are you doing? I don't know who you are. No, but straight up, thank you for saying that, because we did just order the, what did we order? We ordered some filters to soften some of the stuff in here. So I'll tell you what we ordered. They're coming tomorrow. They are called the Black Pro Mist filters. So it'll kind of blur out these and make them look even more blurry. And then and then we got a different lens for this shot, the 1.8. And then this shot, this will look a bit more blurry behind me, the dream sign. So you have an angelic glow like Jesus. Yo, shout out to the random Twitchers. I'd be on Twitch just because, like, I'm just there so I don't get fined. So shout out to the one person watching on Twitch that's just like low-key roasting me, but not. You're the real MVP tonight. Kingdom State of Mind, what's up, bro? Appreciate you joining, man. I was just with Pastor Danny. By the way, let me highlight something. I gotta do this. Shoot, hold on. Where is it? Ah, that's trash. Hold on. Simply, I decided to try one day. Felt like it was okay. So is it Melana? Simply, I decided to try it one day. Felt like it was wasting it, so I tried it. It kept doing it. Yo, sorry, I'm jumping around. Yo, shout out to you for eating the watermelon rind, Melana. I think that's how you say your name. Respect. That is fantastical. That is awesome. That is so cool, man. All right. I was just with my brother Pastor Danny from Park Slope, and he has an amazing nonprofit called Youth for Christ that I just signed up for as a regular donor, a regular giver. They go into the juvenile halls and jails of young adults in New York City and teach them the gospel. And if you guys are looking for a great nonprofit to check these guys out, I love Pastor Danny. I'm going to have him on the channel. He's on vacation right now. He was in San Diego. We had breakfast the other day. One of the most inspirational people I know. If you've ever been to any of my shows in New York, it was probably at Park Slope. And yeah, so Youth for Christ, big shout out to them. And of course, I got to tell you guys about God's House 2020 Fest. I'm performing my first stadium show. It's gonna be insane. September 17th and 18th. Tickets are $59 for one night or $99 for 2 nights. Some of the dopest artists are gonna be here. Trying to make this like the Christian Coachella, if you will. So I'm gonna be there. Canton Jones, D1, Brian Trejo, Jordan Armstrong, Flame, What Up RG, Aha Gazelle, Andrew Rose, Stephen Malcolm, Indie Tribe. It's gonna be utterly insane. There is going to be a secret headliner that they haven't announced yet. So if you haven't, get your tickets now, because I think you will not want to miss out. I'm going to pin the link up for this. And if you're out of the area or aren't near California, you should definitely pull up and go to, you should definitely pull up, man. You should definitely pull up and watch it online. You could also watch it online. You should watch it online. If you've never been to LA and you're looking for a reason to travel to LA, this might be the event, okay? Can you show Montel's new video, or is it a copyright thing? No, I could check out Montel's new video. Let's see. Let's check out my brother Montel Fish. Is this it? Talk to me. Here we go. It's Montel Fish, ladies and gentlemen. The homie. Been on the channel multiple times. I gotta wrap it up. It's 10 o'clock. Holy smokes. Oh yeah, this is hard. I heard this.
Talk to me like you used to. You don't talk to me. Why don't you talk to me like you used to? You don't.
That's dope.
Been in my bed for way way too long. Been in my head. 5 months on, you've been gone, on and on. I am searching on and on. Like you used to, you don't talk to me.
Woo!
Why don't you talk to me?
Montel out here shooting movies as always.
You don't talk to me.
Come on.
Why don't you talk to me? Like you used to, you don't. I thought that you were the best thing that ever happened to me. And I felt.
Montel Fish, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you guys keep asking the same question. God's House 2020, initially it was supposed to be in 2020. Now they're using it as like 2020 Vision. It's called Summerfest, 2020 Summerfest, 2020 Vision. It's supposed to be last year. COVID shut it down. I guess they just kept the name the same. Listen, go to the event, buy your tickets. It doesn't really matter what the name is. But it's going to be fire. I promise you. And then also, if you want to come on the East Coast, October 7th through 10th, I'm in Tampa, Florida, at a conference. This is a conference called Flavor Fest. And this is going to be KB, Stephen Malcolm, myself, KJ52, Nick D, and Brian Trejo, Dayton. Is going to be super dope. This is in Tampa, Florida. This is a 3-day conference. $100. The link is pinned up in the YouTube chat. So you should get your tickets for that, man. Have you ever done an interview with BJ Thompson? If not, would be consider doing one. I like his stuff on mental and physical health. I haven't. I don't know. I would be down to. I know who he is a little bit. I'm not super familiar, but yeah, I would love that. I don't know if if he has a book out or something like that. You know, just let me know. Isaac said, that's crazy. I got treatment called plasma pheresis there. They had to take my blood out and spin it 1.5 times for 4 days each week, once a month. Wild. And you were up there, huh? Someone said Remnant Conference this month with Todd White. Shout out to Todd White for repenting. That was wild. Good for him. Who was the last one? Can you play King Without a Crown for Modest Yahoo? No, I'm definitely going to get shot down for that. Yo, King Without a Crown, that joint is like, what is that, 17 years old? Respect to you for knowing what that is. All right, guys, we're going to wrap. If you want to partner with what we're doing here, consider becoming a Patreon partner. The illest online community. We do Zoom calls. We do all kinds of cool stuff. So, you should pull up. You should pull up and become a Patreon. Getting married July 23rd and going to San Fran for the honeymoon. How's the prices on the parking tickets, my man? I have no idea, bro. I haven't been to San Francisco in a long time. I'd be very careful. San Francisco is a little wild right now. I don't know if you heard. We're recalling the governor. Shout out to Meek Kevin, who is running. And yeah, we're recalling our governor because it's kind of wild in the cities of California right now. So I'm not a big fan of Governor Newsom. I've been fairly outspoken about that. But yeah, man. Okay, so we're going to take us out with a freestyle. Take us out with a little freestyle session. My brother, G.I. Soul. Why is this not pasting? All right, and we're going to be at it. What is happening? Oh, did I not paste that correctly? Let's do this. Shout out to everybody that submitted. Oh, that's dope. He sampled this. For the Fan Love Friday, you can skip to around 20. Nah, that's so funny. That flowed so well. Yo, how did the level sound? Can you guys hear me? And the beat? That's Montel Fish. I don't get nervous before freestyles. I've been freestyling a long time. Woo! Yeah, levels are good. Shout out to Montel Fish. Yeah, this sounds totally different. I said, talk to me. You still talk to me. You still raise me up. You still walk with me. You still talk to me. You still raise me up. You still walk with me. Yeah, God is good and God is great. My attitude, you know, I set it straight. I wake up every day and then I pray without ceasing as I go along my merry way. And I praise and I worship Almighty Jireh, Jehovah God. You know he's all being, all knowing, all present. He's so good and you know I don't flex it. Yeah, talk to me. Thank you for waking me up and walking with me. You still talk to me. Thank you for waking me up and talking with me. Walking with me. Talking with me. Thank you for waking me up, walking with me. Yeah, talking to me. Walking with me. Look. I think it's interesting. The beat is building up, and you know it's really illa thing. I bring it back, I'm waiting for it to break it down. I come around, I'm hanging with my pal, you know the sound. It's so profound, it's so next level. The best level is smashing on the next devil. Shout out to Isaiah Saldivar, canceling out demons, and you know we don't do it like it's hard. What a breakdown, it's right there. Ruslan, I don't understand or quite fear. I don't get it, I don't see it, I'm a walking power. Shout out to my people, you know that it's the prayer hour. Here's the question that I have. I do it so sad, I do it so rad. If we're walking and we got devotion, why do we consume? God talking to us is about emotions. That don't make no sense. God is as close as we want him to be. It's on us to then repent. See, that don't make no sense. God is as close as we want him to be, but it's on us to then and go repent. Cause if I don't feel him, he's still right here. Cause if I don't feel him, he's still right here. It's quite clear. He's still talking though. Are we listening? Are we walking, bro? Are we following our own devices? I don't know. It seems when we are on God, that ain't the way the price is. That ain't the way the Christ is. We gotta lay down our life and live a life that's sacrificial, and then it's priceless. He still talks to me, like all the time. My God, he really talks to me. Through the word, through the spirit, through my wife, through my son, through my family. Every single day my life is blessed. Talk to me. Yeah. Still talk to me. I don't get it, what we talking about? He talked to me. Through his word, through my wife, through my family, through my son, through my daughter, everybody all in one. He still talks to me. Quit playing though. Yeah, he still talks to me. Through his word, through my wife, through his spirit, through my life, through my community, every single day and night. He still talk to me. I ain't capping. I know I'm freestyling and I'm steady rapping. I'm saying I ain't capping. He been faithful all along, I ain't rapping. It's a little deeper than that. Some of y'all needed to hear this, a little deeper than rap. Yeah, it's a deeper than that. Some of y'all really needed to hear this deeper than rap. Shout out to y'all, man. Thank you guys. Praise the Lord. You need to keep that chorus. I gotta run that back. I gotta go back and listen to that. That was fun. That was fun. We need a fire truck, holy spot. Appreciate y'all, man. Yeah. It's interesting. It's interesting, right? Like, I feel like so many of us, when we're early in the process, God would allow us to have these like emotional mountaintop experiences with him. And I think those are important. I think those are good. I think there's a time and a place for that, right? It's like the honeymoon stage in a relationship. I'm gonna get a little personal here, okay? It's like the honeymoon stage in a relationship. It's like the honeymoon stage in a new friendship. You ever meet somebody and you just vibing and you just hanging out? It could be a platonic thing. It could be, a romantic thing. And initially there's that spark and that energy is there and we're excited and it's amazing, right? And then what happens is you go down the path and maybe you start courting that person or dating that person, you get engaged, you get married, and that initial emotional rush and everything just kind of just feeling glued together, you start discovering that it requires more than just kind of going with the flow and the emotions of things. And there's nothing wrong with emotions. Your emotions are messengers. So I think in our relationship with God, it's the same way, right? Like there's a honeymoon phase in a romantic relationship. There's a honeymoon phase in your relationships with new friends that you meet and you just feel like you've known them your whole life. And what you discover okay, I'm gonna get a little PG-13 R-rated. What you discover is the things that came natural early on in your marriage, in a romantic relationship, those of us that are married, having sex, right? You discover like it's fun, you have urges, you get married, you're like, yay. And he discovered that like, yo, to have a healthy sex life, that actually requires planning. It requires routine. It requires a schedule. I know you guys are like, what? Yeah. Like straight up, like anybody I know that's ever had like a thriving, flourishing intimacy life, it requires normal, like consistency, regular presence, and planning to then have a covenantal marriage that is thriving in a sex life. And when you discover that, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, cool, right? And then you learn each other, and it gets better and better. And I just celebrated 13 years of marriage on Monday. It gets better and better, okay? And the same thing in our relationships. The older you get, the harder it is to have community because you have kids, you got careers, right? And if you want community, you have to make it regular. You got to plan it. You got to make it consistent. You got to make it something that is you're present for, and it's not something that you could just wing. When you're younger, you ain't got no responsibility. You're in school, you're doing this, you're doing that. You want it to be organic, yada, yada, yada. The older you get, the more responsibility you have, the more things you're doing. You got kids. And you get older and community becomes harder. You got to be more deliberate. You got to be more intentional. It's harder to go to that small group. It's harder to have regular gatherings with your friends. And it just requires intentionality. It just requires planning. It requires foresight. It requires knowing that these things don't just happen organically. They require effort. They require intentionality. They require a schedule, a regular schedule. This is why the church is so functional in building community for people. And so when it comes to a relationship with God, it's the same exact way. Yes, you might have those emotions that flood and hit you and it feels organic and God's always talking to you initially. But it's not that he stops talking to you. It's that it then requires the relationship to evolve and you to then make time for God. Just like I have to make time for my spouse, just like I have to make time for my kids, just like I have to make time for my friends. We all have to make time for God. And then you think that because you don't feel the same way you did I don't always feel the same way with my 6-year-old as I did when he was first born, and that experience and that rush of emotions, right? I don't feel the same way when he's 6 and now he could talk back to me, right? It's not always about feelings. It's about, are you present? Are you making time? Are you deliberate? Are you intentional? Are you disciplined? And if you walk with that mentality into all your relationships, your romantic relationships, your family relationships, your platonic relationships, your relationship with Jesus, your relationship with God, if you have that intentionality, you'll discover that things over time actually get better. I'm closer to God than I've ever been. And guess what? There's not a lot of emotions. There's not a lot of mountaintop moments. There are some times when I listen to worship music. I mean, last week or 2 weeks ago, I played a Kirk Franklin song and started tearing up on a stream. There are those times where God will stir me up emotionally. There are those times where I hear something and I'll be like, ooh, like that's a word for me, right? But by and large, man, it's about the consistency of being present in a relationship, and listening and being deliberate. That's a word for some of y'all. That's a word for some of y'all marriages and y'all romantic relationships. That's a word for some of you guys' friendships. Some of y'all feel really lonely right now. You feel very isolated right now. However, you haven't made yourself very friendly, right? You haven't made yourself very friendly. The Proverbs, let me look up a proverb, and this will glue it all together. Let me look up a proverb. This will be the verse. This will be the verse that glues all this together. Okay? This will be the verse that glues all. Proverbs 18:24. A man who has friends must himself be what? Be friendly. But there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. That right there. A man who has friends must himself be friendly. Some of you guys feel alone, isolated, and you feel like no one cares for you. But my pushback would be, but have you made yourself friendly? I don't mean, well, texted that one person that one time. No, have you tried to build something regular and consistent for your friendships? I have friendships that are regular and consistent. I got friends that I go to the gym with regularly, Monday and Tuesday. I see them regularly. I got friends that I play basketball with Wednesday and Friday, right? Those are regular things, relationships that I have to fight for. I have to be intentional. Sometimes I don't feel like getting up, but I know that I'm doing two different things and I'm being intentional. I'm pressing into that, right? I'm pressing into that. And so one of the reasons why I'm hoping that we get into a house next year is I really have a heart to like do regular barbecues with my real friends in my real life. Like I really want to be in a place where I'm consistent. My house is available. We get together. We rent two different condos. There's not a lot of space to just have people over in our living room. Our place next door is 900 square feet or 850 square feet. This place is 850 square feet. So that is something that I'm being intentional about in terms of like, I want to do that. But there are those of you guys that like, maybe you can have people over. Maybe you can have that weekly barbecue. You're hungry for community, but you're not willing to organize it. You're hungry for relationships, but you're not willing to make yourself friendly. You're hungry for intimacy in your marriage, but you're not willing to make your intimacy and make yourself vulnerable in your marriage to be friendly. And you're looking for things to be organic. And then you then, I don't want to say have the nerve, because that's low-key how I feel. Like, I feel like some of y'all have the nerve to say, well, God's not talking to me anymore. Like, no, that's nonsense. God is as close as you need him to be. God is as close as you want him to be. Your relationship with God is as close as you want. He's always there. He's omnipresent. He's everywhere. All the time. He's here now. So hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully this is something that you guys can walk away with. But really consider this passage, man. Consider this verse in Proverbs 18:24. A man who has friends must himself be friendly. If you feel lonely, if you feel isolated, okay, I understand what that feeling is like. Have you made yourself friendly? And have you done it in a way where it's intentional, it's deliberate, it's consistent? You know, all the other things in life that you need to do to be successful at anything else. Why do we do this? Why do we do this silly thing where we think that the most important areas of life, the most important areas, your marriage, your family, and your friends, right? Your marriage, your family, your friends. These are the most important, specifically marriage and family. And then friends, community, it's important. Why do we think that those things don't have to submit to the law and the order of how everything else works in every other area of our life? If my nephew is learning to drive, guess what he has to do? He has to take classes. He has to learn information. He has to go practice. He has to then go take an exam. He has to be deliberate, intentional, calculated, and disciplined to get his driver's license. It requires training, intentionality, focus, discipline, practice. And then when you're on the road and you get your license, you still have to practice that restraint. We were driving home. I picked him up on Thursday. We were driving home on the freeway, and I had to have the discipline to have my phone on my little holster or whatever it's called, my magnet holster, and not be on my phone while I'm driving. I had to have that restraint and have the discipline. Continued. Been driving for, I don't know how many years, 20 years. Still had to have that discipline to put my phone on a holster. Why? Because there was somebody that blew a tire out, and had I not had my phone, we would have gotten into a car wreck. You still have to maintain that discipline. So we know that in order to get a degree, I got to go to college for 4 years. In order to learn how to be an artist, I have to put in time and discipline and have restraint to become an artist. In order to learn anything in life, you have to have discipline, be deliberate, have a plan, educate yourself, be consistent. But for some reason, in the areas that are the most important, the most crucial with how your life will play out, in your relationships, your relationship with God, your relationship with your spouse, your relationship with your family, and your relationship with your friends, we have the nerve to think that it's just gonna be organic and it's just gonna fall into place. Nothing in life works this way. Nothing works this way. You have to be persistent and intentional and focused to thrive in any area of your life. You want to win with money? Make money something that you're focused and you're disciplined and you're intentional. But you want to win in your fitness? You want to lose weight? Be focused, disciplined, intentional. Have a plan for your fitness. That's how everything works. Literally everything else works like this. But we think it's just going to happen organically. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. And I don't know where we got these goofy ideas from, but it's nonsense. And if you think that's how this stuff works, if you think that's how your relationship with God works, you think that's how you're gonna have a flourishing marriage, you think that's how you're gonna be a good father, you think that's how you're gonna be a good friend, you think that's how you're gonna be a good church member, a local church member, nothing works this way. Everything requires consistency, discipline, a plan, action, deliberate intentionality. Approach your relationships that way. You will have amazing relationships. Throw your relationships on autopilot like you're freaking driving a Tesla on the 405 and you want to take a nap. And guess what? Life don't got a autopilot feature. It don't got an autopilot feature. You're going to crash. It's going to be bad. There's going to be blood. It's going to be messy. Throw your relationships on autopilot. See how that turns out for you. Throw your relationship with God on autopilot. See how that turns out for you. Sorry if I'm coming off angry. I'm not angry. I'm passionate about this because I feel like so many of us get hung up on this idea in so many different ways, and it's just frustrating. It's just frustrating that we're projecting this energy, man, because that's nothing else works that way. So anyway, Proverbs 18:24. Sorry, I'm gonna keep. This is a word for some of you guys. If you're lonely, if you're isolated, I'm not talking about somebody sinned against you. No, I'm just talking about you want more from your friendships. This is a word. Proverbs 18:24. A man who has friends must himself be friendly. Make yourself friendly. Make yourself friendly. All right? Guys, it's been real. Thank you so much. If you found this video helpful, give this video a like for the YouTube algorithm. And I'll chop this up. I'll make it its own video. Maybe it'll drop tomorrow. I had this revelation this week, and hopefully some of you guys can extract something practical from it and apply it to your life, even if it's just a mentality shift. Love you guys. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a blessed night. Thank you so much for staying up late with me. If you want to partner with what we're doing, Patreon's always the best way. And I'll see y'all later, all right? Peace.
King's Dream Entertainment. Ruslan.
Hey, thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. If you found it valuable, please consider giving it a like and subscribing. You can check out one of the other videos related to this that'll be over here. Now, I gotta tell you about a free training I have for anyone that is an entrepreneur, a creative, an artist, but maybe you are unsure on how to find your voice, how to find your niche. I have a free training in the description of this video. Check it out. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you on the next video. Joshua the king came down and bore it all. Yeah, conversations front of the fireplace. All of my mistakes, how do I erase? Wanna operate at a higher pace. Birth pains causing the body to dilate. On a first name basis with the worst pain facing. Moments in isolation. See, I was hoping I would do this to get more family time. A busy mind and worried heart is just not where I reside. I subscribed that all that traveling wasn't doing well for my soul. Glad I never made it when my name went through the rumor mill. I suppose that the Lord knows I'd have failed. Instead, I'm doing well at home, out my shell. Good book off the shelf, more dubs off the L's. I told Ray they ain't just gon' know us, they gon' know us well. Happy to have failed my way to success. With my family by my side, Lord knows what's next. Joshua the king came down and bore it all. I know a few things, never claimed to know it all. But I know it's off, never know